Counter-Strike is the king of first-person shooters. No FPS game franchise comes close. The new Counter-Strike 2 is still the best FPS game on the market, but with CS2 straight up replacing CSGO on Steam, which was very controversial, I wanted to compare the two games to see what's changed and if CS2 is better than CSGO was. And we will start with the biggest difference, the graphics. Counter-Strike 2 uses the new Source 2 engine, which has many cool features like these realistic smokes that you can shoot through or throw a grenade to clear them, improved lighting, and overall it is a much brighter game. Source 2 was the main reason why CS2 had to be a separate game from CSGO, but I still don't understand why Valve outright removed CSGO completely instead of selling Counter-Strike 2 as a new game. Most maps haven't changed much in design, but all of them look much brighter now and they are more vibrant and colorful. These map reworks are all very well done in my opinion, and if you don't look through nostalgia glasses, most of the maps are just better now. UI stay mostly the same except the buy menu, which was changed from a buy wheel to this, and it's not possible to have all the weapons in the buy menu anymore, which is a shame since it really limits you in gun options. The only good change here is the new refund button they added. That shit is pretty useful. Now we'll talk about the most important thing, the gameplay. And there were a couple of changes. First one was the replacement of the famous tick system with the new sub-tick system. And I honestly think that this was a good improvement over the old 64 tick servers, but the new movement is still not better than on the 128 tick servers. I already talked about the smokes, which are now much better in my opinion. You can play around them a lot, but if you have dumb teammates, they can also get you killed. Last big change I want to talk about is the audio changes. I don't think there were much changes in terms of gun sounds, but Valve made a rework of the sound system which they now claim is better at hearing footsteps and gunfire. But now I want to talk about the biggest downgrade we got going from CSGO to CS2. Content. Game content in CS2 is so poor compared to CSGO. Many game modes that were very fun to play were removed, including the Flying Scoutsman, while game modes that stayed such as Arms Race now have much less maps to pick from. We got the new Premiere mode that replaced competitive as the main Counter-Strike mode, and the community server browser doesn't work since it was not updated since the game came out. Danger Zone was also removed. It was a fun game mode, but nobody really played it. CSGO was also full of different CT and T factions based on the map you played. You had the German GSG-9 on Overpass, American FBI and Anarchists on Office, Middle Eastern Elite Crew on Dust and Mirage, and many more factions. Now you're stuck with SAS and Phoenix Crew on every single map. I know that some factions were very controversial, for example the IDF, which was a CT faction on Dust 2, but it still makes no sense to remove every single faction from the game. The only reason I think Valve did this is because
I like money.
but at least all the skins transfer over from CSGO to CS2. In short, there is much less content in CS2 compared to CSGO. Maps, game modes and factions have all been trimmed down, and the game feels kinda soulless without all these options we had before. Counter-Strike 2 is a fine game and it will definitely improve, but I will always miss Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Thank you for watching, subscribe.